that sounds like the case of we paid him, and Golden State gonna have a similar thing next year with this. We paid him. We got to start.
Got to start.
We got to
justify it with the money, but it ain't always best look at it. You just got to really look at what the squad is. And Pat know that. It's I don't know.
they Miami. I don't know what's up with them. I just don't know if Philadelphia is ever going to be
I think I'm gonna tell you the thing about Miami. I really think that the thing with Miami is they're not a surprise anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People coming with it now.
I think that's very fair.
You got to.
And even to be more fair, we still ain't got the Christmas shit. So it's kind of one of them where it's like, that stuff can still,
We almost at Christmas.
Yeah.
We are giving out Christmas gifts here at 94 Feet of Life.
Yes, sir.
Shout out. This is the cold opening, Saturday Night Lifestyle. We just, we just talking. And we talking about some teams that are struggling. But us being charitable men that we are, it's the holiday season, Christmas here and all. We're going to give out some gifts tonight. Help some people. We also going to just shoot around the league, talk about some of the things going around the league. The revival, I don't want to call it a revival because that's like the man was dead or something. But Anthony Davis is the hottest player in the league right now. The continued rolling of the Boston Celtics, who look as, I don't want to say they're unstoppable, but they have not missed a beat under Udoka. And we also can go shoot a little bit, fellas, about that balanced breakfast, Shoney's Buffet that we call the Western Conference, where we got 10 teams, 500 or better in the West right now. So it's Big Shot. I got Ham. I got Trav. 94 Feet of Life, basketball for the people, by the people. If you want this, you should be subscribed to the YouTube, notifications on. Facebook, 4 Feet of Life. Trav, I'm going to start with you. We're going to get into the Christmas gifts here shortly. But just kind of lead us off, man. As we get into the Christmas season, what's catching your eye around the league right now?
You know what? My base of my show on my part today, it's all about these young fellas, man. They don't care. They don't care. They're here to assassinate your character and put it in the grave and never look back at it again. This is their league. I watched the Pacers the other night. They went to Golden State and handled business.
They did, yeah.
I'm looking at, it's just, man, Sacramento, believe it or not, that's a young team out there. And they coming at your head. They don't care. They don't care. These young guys, man, that's what's catching my eye right now, man. I don't even know how to pronounce some of these guys' names, but when I see them, it's like, it's on. It's on. They coming at you, man. I mean, oh, man, these young fellas, man, that's what's catching. That's the gift. Hey, that's the gift they keep on giving, man. This league getting younger and younger and better with these young guys, man. They don't care about you, man.
I'm gonna bring Ham in. What's catching his eye, but there's no longer the curve is speeding up on developing young players right now. And it used to be where you were a young guy, sit 2 or 3 years, maybe 2, and then he's ready to roll. Not now. You young guys are coming in and they are ready to go. You talk about the Pacers, Andrew Nembhard, first pick of the second round, goes to Golden State and throws up a masterpiece in the Bay. We've seen Orlando. We've seen Benedict Mathurin with the Pacers, Shady Sharp with Portland, like Keegan Murray with Sacramento, like the young and the guys from last year, your Jalen Greens, your Cade Cunninghams.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the people, the folks that was born in 2000, they here now. They here now and they are ready to roll. It's making for an exciting time. Ham, I think you on mute. Go and take yourself off mute, bro. And what's catching your eye before we open these gifts?
Just as you mentioned, the kids that are born in 2000 started off with the first kid that was drafted into the league who was born in 2000. That cyborg that they have in New Orleans that's eating all the Zatarans, all the beignets, drinking all. He probably ain't drinking no hurricanes. But me and my guy James Penn, shout out to James Penn, we was rapping about them last night. New Orleans is scary. You know what I'm saying? When you just look at just the dynamics of the things that they have, you got two cats who can fill it up from anywhere with CJ and BI. Then you got Zion, who finally on a healthy track, which is a good thing to see. Also coupled in what you fellas are saying, the youth movement in the league. We looking around at some of the OGs. We seen a game where Steph had 50 and they lost. We seen several games where KD is shooting over 50%. He got 30 plus. They lose by 8, 9, 10 points. And they losing to younger squads. Andrew Nemhard also hit a game winner against the Lakers.
Sprayed
them. Game winner. What you say, Trav?
Econo spray paint.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? But it's become so much of a fun league to watch because we really don't know what to expect right now. And I think that's a big, big difference, just in general. I was telling my man Johnny Radio, I'm on there every Friday, 98.5 FM.
Mm-hmm.
I have nobody on my banned from TV list as of 12/2/22. Everybody's back good. I'm gonna let y'all sort some of the rest of this stuff out. Eventually,
we seen the lift. We seen the lift.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like eventually they gonna get back on it. Eventually, I won't say they're gonna get back on it, but they'll kind of watch themselves back away. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, to it. But where we at now, it's like, and I'm looking forward to the Christmas Day matchups. We 20 days away or whatever from that. So there we go. Let's hand out some gifts, man.
Dude, trying to see where Big Shot went to. He should be back in a moment though. We'll get him back on in just a moment. But I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and go with my again, the base of my whole convo on here today. My first gift go to these young fellas, man. I'm like, oh, what KG tell them folks? What KG tell JR? Keep busting his ass. Go at him. Keep going. He ain't nothing. Keep it. That's one of my gifts, man. Keep it going, young guys. Young guys, keep doing what you're doing, man. We got a good taste last year, though, Trey. You remember when my guys was out in LA and they pissed Braun off. Young guys, keep it going. Keep it going, man. Keep busting these folks upside their head, man. That is my first gift is the NBA and young guys right now. Keep busting these old guys upside their head, man. Keep it going. Because it's gonna keep going.
Larry Holmes.
Worldwide. What's going on with it, man?
Larry Holmes. Yeah.
So first of all, shout out to Zoom, player hating. We got another guest with us, man. This is a gift to us. Coach Les taking time out from his busy schedule. We know his season is kicked off for him. Want to give a shout out to Coach MJ, whose birthday is actually this coming Friday.
All right.
Our man Jay Ham, whose birthday was yesterday. Our man Germ, whose birthday was on Sunday. You know him from Views from the 22. He also come rock with us. So it's Sagittarius season all over the place. But Coach Les, first of all, did you bring gifts? Do you have gifts?
Yeah, I got a gift.
You got a few gifts. Okay, so we're gonna get into we're gonna unwrap these gifts in a second. But Coach, some of your opening thoughts on this season.
This has been a very interesting season. Like, it is like, like the Kyrie deal with the Nets, the Lakers being very bad, and now they starting to find a way. I gotta go with these young fellas that Trav was just talking about. The only team I'm not shocked. The only thing I'm not shocked by is the Boston Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
That's the and we've talked privately on why my thoughts on them. But they're the only thing that they are as consistent as Tim Duncan. Right. Seriously, like I just feel like like that's probably the only surprise. But like it's a lot of surprises in the league this year.
Yeah.
Like one team in particular, don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
One team in particular that I've been like pleasantly, I can't even say pleasantly surprised with, but they got guys I like on that team, but I've never liked this team. So it's quite the conundrum. The Indiana Pacers.
Just talk about it.
It's like, I don't like you. I don't like the Pacers. Never have, never will. Like, I just won't. It's nothing to be like, oh, the Pacers. Like, never. But you got guys that I rocked with when they was in college. Like, Nembhard? What?
Yeah.
Chris Duarte? Like, I coached against him. We got him, but, Duarte. Then you got Miles Turner. You got Buddy Buckets. You got Benedict. I'm like, I rock with them dudes, but I do not rock with the Indiana Pacers.
And then you've got the guy who he is the perfect mix right now of 1989 with 2022 structure, and that's Halliburton.
Oh my! I didn't even. Oh my! Like I couldn't even.
Halliburton does everything that if you were playing point guard in 1989, Halliburton does everything that you would love in 89, but he does it with the 2022 athleticism, the 2022 length, the 2022 physical ability.
Yeah.
But he does things that are very 89 Stockton. It's very 89, like how it was played there.
Young fella good.
I'm gonna give you a story about Tyrese Halliburton. I had the pleasure of watching Tyrese Halliburton in high school when he was playing AAU. But this is the catch. He was not a shoe guy. He was not on the shoe team.
Mm-hmm.
He was on, I want to say, believe he played for Wisconsin United. Right? He played for them coming up, and his teammate, when they were younger, was Tyler Hero. They're like best friends, right? Tyler skyrocketed. He got the Wisconsin offer. He was on his way to Wisconsin. Then he had a good, I think he had a great. He went to play for the Nike team in Wisconsin, and he skyrocketed over Tyrese, right? Nobody was feeling Tyrese. Nobody was feeling Tyrese. Like that, nobody in the state of Wisconsin, no Wisconsin offer, no Marquette offer, none of those high majors. Think about that. He goes to Iowa State. And guess who he was in the backcourt with at Iowa State as freshman? Taylor Horton Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. Think of and like for them to see something in those guys when they didn't get the offers from their flagship schools to now being actually productive pros.
Yeah, that's his. I think he had a stretch of 3 games where it was like 43 assists, no turnovers. It was a crazy week. But he's in right there. So let's get to these gifts, man. So I went on Amazon today. I found a couple things. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my 2. The first one is a book by a woman named Anna DeWedney. It's called Llama Llama Time to Share. The children's book, about $16. And I'm gonna give this gift to Luka Doncic. Luka, I love you, but Lord have mercy. The usage rate is through the roof. It's astronomical. I think as of Sunday night, he was on pace to have the second highest usage rate in the history of the league. They can't win this way. And then you look at Dallas right now, I think as we're taping this, they're 8th or 9th in the West. Now, obviously the West is crowded, but it's so hard to watch. And I feel like Luka, if he learned how to play, if Jason Kidd, I'm gonna say Luka can't learn it because Luka, I think, is incredible basketball mind. They got to get him off the ball just a little bit.
I was just about to ask
Just
you.
touch.
I was just about to ask you, is that more of a Jason Kidd issue that he has to solve?
Yeah. I think that's Jason Kidd saying our roster is set up like this, so we can't win another way. But I think they got to. They got to save his legs a little bit. So that's my first gift. Now, my second gift on Amazon it's a company called Yadurbo. 275-piece travel emergency kit. About $14. I'm giving this to Golden State. Golden State 2-10 on the road this year. So clearly the travel struggles are real. So I'm gonna give it to Golden State. Golden State's problem is they're doing what Portland did in 2019. Portland had a really good bench in 2019. And they tried to replace an entire bench in one offseason. It didn't work. And Golden State right now with Kuminga, Moody, Wiseman's now in the G League. They tried to replace a really good bench, which is why you go 2-10 on the road. And Coach Les has told us this, and this is a known fact in basketball. Your role players play better at home. And Golden State, I think Golden State, as we're taping this, is like 11-2 at home. But they're 2-10 on the road. Because of this revamped bench, which is a lot of young players. So those are my 2 gifts. Luka, we're going to teach you how to share with this children's book. Golden State, we're going to fix your travel emergencies with this travel emergency kit. Those are my 2 gifts. Who want to give out their gifts next?
I had started earlier with the NBA. I mean, these young fellas, man.
Okay.
The gift to the NBA is these young fellas. Like I said before, like KG was talking about when he was he was telling the story about JR going at Mike. Go at that Mike. Go at them folks' head, man. Fuck them folks. Go at these folks' head, man. He ain't stronger than you. He too big. Get on him. I like it. I like it. I really like it.
Trav, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
But they ain't got nobody in the league that's gonna stand on their back leg.
Put the back foot down.
Hey, he told you. He said Mike stood on that back leg.
He stood on that back leg.
Ain't nobody in there right now that's standing on their back leg.
They ain't got nobody. So that's why these young guys are at these folks' dome, and I like it. I like it. Now, my second gift is an emergency kit, but not like yours, Big Shot. It's just an emergency kit. And I want to give it to two people because if I see these two people healthy, their team's going to be hard to stop. One of them is the AD, and the other one is Kawhi Leonard. AD has shown y'all, which we told y'all at the beginning of this, if y'all caught the dry entry of us, we was talking about this. People are always hollering about AD ain't one of them ones like that. AD been one of them ones like that. It's just the fact that you ain't seen him because he's haven't been healthy. He's been hurt. He doing what he got to do. He making plays, but he just getting hurt making those plays. Now you see him healthy. He giving you 40s and 55s. Now y'all want to acknowledge that he's good. No, don't give him his flowers now. Don't do it now. Keep going with the street clothes and stuff because I think he be reading this stuff too. And they ain't doing nothing but pissing him off. And Kawhi Leonard, man, he just I need to see that, man. I need to see Kawhi healthy, man. When Kawhi healthy, LA Clippers, it's one of the best teams in the league, especially on the West Coast. So
people forget, man, Kawhi's 2019 playoff run with the Raptors, when he was completely healthy, was one of the best runs you've seen somebody put.
Yes.
And like you said, Trav, we just want everybody healthy. And we want everybody healthy so we can really see. We don't want no asterisks or if this happened or no. We want to see everybody full strength. So those are two good gifts. Ham, what's under the ham Christmas tree this year?
Since it's we kind of like on this health kick and fighting against attrition, which we really ain't gonna win that war. But I guess we could just say the health thing could be like stocking stuffers. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. But for the most, I was gonna start off. I really was gonna I had one plan, but I switched to the other. Y'all remember y'all ever play Streets of Rage on Sega Genesis?
Yeah.
And we know you need to power up. You eat like a little turkey that they have just sit down on the side of the street. You just pick the little turkey up and you get all your energy back. That combined with a little bit of whatever that you get with the Game Genie, combined with any other performance enhancer that you would need to have in any type of athletic competition. I got to get at, and I'm going to keep that right here in my home city of Memphis, Tennessee, 901, to the Memphis Grizzlies. Whatever the record is right now, I don't even got it in front of me, but it's above 500. They somewhere within the top 5, 6, or whatever in the Western Conference. They've yet to play a game with their full roster. Soon as Sharon gets back, Desmond Bain goes out. Ja will sit and not play back-to-backs. We've yet to see Zaire Williams. He's just getting back into 5-on-5s. I had to mention him. He started a lot of the games last year. He's a rotational player within a part of that. And just the competition that's going to be in practice that they haven't already in practice every day, and that's going to pick up even more when they get back. Just give them that health, give them the chance to be healthy and get through a playoff.
Yep.
I get that for them. Now, for Boston and Milwaukee, I was going to, separate the gifts with them, but they're going to have to share this one because just being representatives at the last two Eastern Conference champions. Y'all remember that song Gore-Tex?
Yeah.
Gore-Tex boots.
Gore-Tex.
Hacienda effect, gravel up, dude rides. Yeah, I got to hit them like that. They get Gore-Tex boots because the way, especially the Celtics. The Celtics are like on a straight mission. They gangster walking through the league right now. It just to kind of their own pace. And they beating quality teams. They beat the Nets, what was that, Sunday night? KD had like 30 or whatever, but they beat the Nets by like 10. You know what I'm saying? Just handle business, So I like the way that they started off, and just give them the boost, just continue to just keep stomping through the league, man. They don't get the Timberlands. Yeah, I know it's East Coast thing. Y'all get the Gore-Tex. We're gonna roll like that.
We gonna go to Coach Les for his gift, but you know what's the shame of I don't call it a shame. The bad part about Boston is, I put this will be a test. If Boston continues this as is, this is gonna tell me when it comes down to awards, is it numbers or is it winning, as Coach Les likes to emphasize? Because to me, if you're telling me this is about the performance and winning, then I know Travis off camera, so I'm gonna say this and try not to make him mad. 16 would be the MVP if this is really about,
if I had to pick a candidate right now, he's the leader.
If this is about your winning and the performance, 16 is the MVP right now. As gaudy as Luka's numbers and as gaudy as Joke, like those numbers are great. But Tatum, to me right now, if you tell me who's been the best player the first 2 months of the season, I think he's been the best player the first 2 months of the season. AD's been great of late, but since October 17th, 16 would be my guy.
Since he's been hooping this year, they've been listing him at 6'8" now.
They 20-5, and he averaging 30.
I'm just saying.
That is true, though. He is at 6'8".
They've been listing him 6'8", man. They've been listing him 6'8".
That's true. That is true. But they 20-5, though, man. He averaging 30.
They are. They're rolling. Coach Les coming through. You got some gifts for us?
Yeah, I got 2 gifts. I got one gift. As we all grew up and we watched The Wizard of Oz or The Wiz.
That's what I watched, The Wiz. I don't put the Wizard of Oz shit.
I watched both. I'm cultured.
I understand. I just didn't believe the Kansas shit, though. That's all.
Yeah. I couldn't. But that's that's another show for another day. And it was a guy that stood out to me. He was looking for something. It was Hart, the Cowardly Lion. And I'm not being Santa Claus, but I'm being honest. And I want to give the Chicago Bulls some heart. Now, this may come off a little harsh, but the city of Chicago is a very tough city, through and through. A city that has been through a lot and goes through a lot and has produced some of the best basketball players in the world and also has produced 6 NBA championships. And I understand Lonzo Ball not there. I get it. But we got to be better. We have to be better. Because we don't own our first round pick this year. That goes to the Orlando Magic for the Vucevic trade. We only get it if it's top 4. Now, that's the gift that I want to give to the Chicago Bulls. This second gift I want to give, and this is going to come as a shock to you guys. I'm actually going to give flowers. I'm actually going to give some props to a Los Angeles Laker. Because this is the holiday season. I am going to give this gift to one Russell Westbrook.
Trav, come back on camera. Trav, if you're there, turn your
I
camera.
got something to follow behind as soon as you come with this.
I am going to give him his
What?
flowers. I am going to give him his props for the simple fact that he bought into the role of coming off the bench. That he has found a way to fit in the dynamic of what the Lakers have right now. I'm giving him his props. I'm giving him his flowers. I'm impressed with what he's taking on right now. I have nothing. He still can't shoot. We know that. That's not. But he can play, and he's a very good guy. I never said he wasn't a good basketball player. I would not speak and slander that man for being his basketball play, like ability and talent. Nope, won't do that. Won't catch me. I'm not one of them. But I'm one of them. So I'm not one of them, but I'm one of them. I'm him.
Talk to me, Big Shot.
But yeah. Those are the gifts I'm giving.
Those are,
Hey,
it is definitely the holiday season when Coach Les gives Russell Westbrook a
I got
positive.
a question.
His
I got a question.
fines still
Man,
apply.
Matter of fact, I live this for all y'all. I was rapping one of my guys today. Shout out to Al Hen. He be in the 94 group. He had out, he comment here and there. But he see what's going on. He's subscribing to it. He's a LeBron guy, just in general. But something he said to me today, I'm like, yeah, I gotta agree with you. Darvin Ham pretty much saved Russell Westbrook's career as an NBA guy. I mean, just by like all what Les said, just getting them to buy into the role. And now everything is looking comfortable. Now we looking at them, and me and them were talking about this as well. Everybody's fitting in their role. And now once you get Pat Bell to actually fit into it, like once you get him to kind of stop being on the BS, I'm like, he'll be the reason why they fucking win the championship. Just when you plug all of that right into what it need to be, then you got this antagonist that's giving everybody hell. He'll come up with the biggest plays in the finals. Just when they need, or get them to the finals or whatever, he'll show up, and then the package will be complete. So I hope it continues to go well for him, man. Because I took them off my band list. You know, they back. I'm about watching them now. I got them on there against Cleveland at the half. So
Russell Westbrook is still, even with the flaws in his game, is still better than pretty much every backup guard in the NBA.
oh hell yeah.
So if he's accepting of this role, like he appeared to be, that is a dangerous, I don't say combo, but he makes that team better if he's willing to accept it.
Yeah.
And it's also,
He looked like he having fun again.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
He's
More so than anything.
yeah, he's enjoying the game. You know, I think
Now, can I say this real quick while we on AD though? Jared
up?
Allen has 22 right now. AD at 1. They at the half.
Oh,
What
wow.
it's like AD is also out with flu symptoms, so he caught the flu somehow. Caught the Jared Allen.
I mean, you know, Joe Kim Noah was right about Cleveland, man. I better try to go there. No circumstance.
No circus. So we gave out our gifts. Any other things, fellas, for the holiday that you like, man? Holiday wishes. Things
I actually had a prop. That I was going to give to some of these coaches, but I left it in my bag. I was just going to give them some vegan blunt wraps just to kind of ease the pain of anxiety and get through this long season.
This man
You
said
get your fresh hemp. The vegan blunt wraps are the best because you get the best impact with all of the hemp just coming to you. And it's a much more healthier, you know what I'm saying, just vice to just have. So shout out to those. And since they ain't testing like that in the NBA no more, I thought I would contribute that to the party. It's on the right. PG, man, got to do it, you know?
And some of these coaches need them.
Yeah, you see that film? Doc Rivers. He need Doc Rivers need a 7.
I'll tell you 2 coaches who need them. Doc is one. And down here in my new residence,
Yeah, they need to go out there 2 times.
Nate McMillan might take Christmas. Might. Because like it or don't like it, when you can't get along with your star,
Tough
there's
shit,
only
man.
way to go in.
Unless you play for Pat Riley.
It's only gonna end one way for Nate. And you know, he's kind of gathered the reputation of not being able to deal with, not playing young players, number one. And number 2, just not being able to vibe with them. So your vegan blunt wraps might, because Nate might have freak time on his hand in about 2 weeks.
You could get neighbor fake pen or something, man. It was cartridges or something, you know.
Yeah.
But now, man, it's I think it's just kind of just it's funny to just still talk about that we got this much to talk about this early. We still ain't got the Christmas. I guess it's the
We ain't got
benefit
the
of starting the
Christmas. That's
season
the
in
thing.
mid-October. You know, I
That's the
guess it's
thing.
the benefit of starting the season in mid-October. You know, it's just like you have so much come up all this time, and it's like, damn, we still ain't even. We just got past Thanksgiving.
But
Only-
nothing don't be happening though. But
Go ahead,
nothing don't
Trey.
happen in the NBA. Nothing don't happen in the NBA. Like Big Shot say, nothing don't be happening. Now when something happen, y'all don't say nothing. NBA ain't feels good enough. When somebody get popped upside the head, then y'all be talking about something else. Hey man, the greatest soap opera in the world is the NBA. But y'all
Big Shot, what was
don't
that
watch.
stat that you posted about teams giving up less than 110?
Oh, it's only 7 teams giving up less than 110.
It's a bucket league, man.
It's an offensive league.
Mhm.
We got
And it ain't just because you can't touch people on defense either. It ain't just because of that. It's my skill set at it.
I believe 5 guys averaging 30 or more. I think it's 5. The last time I looked, I think it's Luka, Steph, Shea, Giannis.
JT. I think it's JT and maybe Joel, right?
It's either Tatum or Embiid is averaging 30.
And that just went down to 5 probably about 2 or 3 days ago. Cause it was at 8 for the longest.
Yeah.
All right. It was around 7, 8. That sure was.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It
That's why this NBA Jam tournament is so crazy, man. For real.
And speaking of NBA Jam, that's a great segue.
That's why I hit it right there.
Great segue. We are now into the Final Four. The Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. Trav, you want to tell the people who in it?
Give me just a moment. It's gonna pop up for you.
This says a lot about what the people think. And I kind of been keeping my own little personal notes about it. Especially when we get over on the Western Conference side of things. The Eastern Conference side was pretty much talk. All the sense purpose. As we see here on the screen. We got the ones in real life. And ironically enough, they're still 1 and 2
This
in
is
real time standings.
This
this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
It's gonna happen again.
This
It
is
was a great 7 last year. Go ahead, Les.
this is the Eastern Conference Finals. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
I mean, we can have some interesting stuff along the way to get there, but ultimately, this is where we're gonna get to.
I look at this matchup. I think, and again, we talk about the improvement, man. That where Jaylen Brown's game is at now, from where it was, Leafs and Bounce. So there's our first matchup, the Bucks versus Celtic. We're going to start the voting on Wednesday. Drop your vote to 94 feet of light. Trav, who's our Western Conference matchup?
Hey, before we go to that, I'm just gonna put it out here, man. Jaylen Brown is playing like he should fit the Miami Heat instead of Jimmy Butler.
Never misses an opportunity to take a shot on Jim.
I
That's
love it too. That is him activity at his
Hey,
finest, man.
hey.
I love it.
Hey, and I will drink to that. I'm covering the logo because they're not paying us.
I'm just
Right.
I will drink
I'm
to that.
just saying. I'm just saying. So y'all want to see the West?
I'm here for the Jimmy slander always.
Here we go.
Now, this one here was funny because everybody that's coming to vote, they decide they feel the need to leave a comment as to why we got Kawhi included in this thing. That's actually why we got him included in this thing for controversial purposes. It's like, okay, we know if he's healthy, we know what it is.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, Ham. Here's the thing. If you're gonna complain about Kawhi, look over there to the right side. The right side of John Morant.
We missed time in the bluff, man. I'm just saying I just said this earlier in the show, we ain't had no everybody all year. But people are enamored with the name because they really was ready to put Dame and Ed Simons over the Clippers duo. They really was. It started out like that early in the voting poll. So it is what it is, man. It's just funny to me, but that's the fun part about it is like use whatever bias that you want in this vote process. Talking to my man KG, when we had Portland up, he said he in his mind he had to sub Simons out and put in Jerry and Grant. Regardless of what the outcome would be, he just thought that the players a better shot with Jerry. I respect.
Yeah. And so there it is, folks. Voting will start Wednesday. It will end again on Sunday as usual. Now, we found out with our Facebook poll, it closes in 2 days. So if you don't get a chance to vote the first 2 days, you can come back to that poll and leave in the comments your vote. We'll count that just like we count the poll vote.
And I'm going to let you cats know, in the 94 Feet of Life group, you have to be annoyed at me, Chief, because I'm using the @everyone feature on the tag. It is what it is. We are an interactive group. If you would like to not interact, we have no issue with that. We ain't telling you to leave. We just don't have no issue with that. Just saying.
You ain't gotta go, but you don't have to participate.
Exactly.
Remove yourself. Remove the tag. There's the option to do that.
It is. Now, a couple of things you want to close out some news and notes before we get out of here. We see that certain high school events are now going to be allowed to have NBA scouts. I think this is the preparation for high school players being allowed to be back in the draft.
Yep. About time.
Yeah.
About time, for real. Like, who are we fooling? With one and dones, and who are we fooling the last 15 years with this? For real. Well, he has to be a year removed from high school. Okay, you can flip that. Although everybody ain't got the heart, the stomach, and everything else to do it, you can flip that like Brandon Jennings and go to Italy.
Or you go to the G League.
Now it's even better because you can stay at home and go to the G League.
If you
still
like
get to work.
If you like that.
If you like that.
Yeah.
If you like that.
And to me, now we like to make people rap. We gonna make these GMs rap. Now you have to do your homework. You gotta do your homework now.
If y'all need assistance in that GM, about 5-6 of us over here at 94 Feet of Life, we can get down. We talk about draft capital and all that shit around here, Just saying. Had to cut the promo, man. They need to know what we're about.
And speaking of young players, And this is a stat I read today, and I said, if you know anything about European basketball, you know this is kind of a crazy number. Nope, our man Victor got 4 straight 30-point games in Europe. Now, if you know anything about European basketball, the games are shorter. The minutes are divvied up differently. And he still got 34 nights in a row. Man, listen.
They need a December draft for dude, man. you know how in college you got 2 different graduation classes. You may need to make an exception for this dude here.
He coming out of the winter draft. Oh, big. That's what's up though, because have we seen anything like that outside of Ralph Sampson in our lifetime? And for most of our lifetime, Ralph Sampson was not healthy.
Besides Kevin Durant.
Next week's show, we're going to talk about the United Nations in World Cup. Yeah. We're going to talk about some of these international players. Boy, you get 34 nights in a row in Europe, you doing like that ain't.
What's the? When is it? They play what? 10-minute quarters.
They play 10-minute quarters, but you also don't play the amount of minutes you play. So cats ain't playing 34 minutes a night in Europe. You playing 30 maybe.
28, 26.
26, 27, 28 minutes.
You get 4 nights in a row in Europe, you're a fool.
You almost on high school. You almost on high school time. That's like 8 minutes 8-minute quarter.
Right.
High school.
He
a fool with it against grown men. He a fool.
Working.
Telling you. Just how Coach Les is shaking his head when I read that stat this morning. I was like, "Ooh, yikes!"
Dang.
When they put them on TV again?
They actually are on the NBA app for free all month.
Yep.
Okay.
His.
Like, I got the app. I just need to make the adjustment, pull something up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Victor,
that man working. Dog. I'm talking about. I mean, just his size and skill set. Like, I mean, the only part, like you say, Ralph Sampson. That's KD. That's KD.
Well,
he's taller and just yikes.
Yeah, but Ralph Sampson wasn't putting up with the one leg running 3.
No, no. Ralph went guard like this dude. Dude got finesse, skill.
Yeah. He's got, and Les does his professional, so he can speak to this. He got feet and he got hands. Most young bigs don't have both. Feet, hands, and coordinated is in it. He tough.
Problem. We had to make him the cover of the photo next week in the Pro Bowl, just because this who we really finna rap about.
That's who we finna talk about.
Yeah.
He the lead focal point of this whole international conversation that we about to have.
Next week we gonna talk about it because him and the young guys that I hear now, like it's a real case. We'll get into this more next week. The Clippers the Thunder might have got one over on the Clippers if things don't go the way they're supposed to go.
I think they already have. Honestly, I think they already have.
Please.
With Shea and the picks.
Please.
What'd you say, Les? Please.
Please.
What's the Spanish Christmas song? Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Merry Christmas is definitely, yeah. You talk about giving gifts.
You know, at the time that trade was made, I liked it. I thought the Clippers were in a place where, okay, you go for it. But boy, oh boy.
And I think we liked it because it was a win now move.
It was.
And it just didn't pan until in that fashion. And it kind of, and that's what really made me go like, yeah, y'all got on that because not only did y'all not win, it's like y'all weren't healthy enough to really get there. But they did get to a conference finals with Paul, just didn't have Claw.
So we're going to get ready to get out of here. But here's y'all homework for next week. You're all international five.
Of all time?
All time?
And all time. Have fun with that.
That's easy for me. I like this. It's going to be so easy and it's hard to verify. I hate this, but this is why I hate this.
You know what I love about Ham? And then we're going to go for real. Ham hates when I give homework, but then he enjoys doing this. I don't know what to.
Oh, yeah. It's the challenge. Because I see you not finna hit me with stupid shit like start, bitch, cut. One gotta go. Give me that generic. Give me something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Something positive. I don't cut talent. I don't cut elite level talent. It's just foolish.
But look, Coach Les, thanks for stopping by. If time allows you next week, you are more than welcome to come back for the United Nations show. Trav is in the building. Ham is in the building. Happy birthday, Ham, Germ, MJ, our whole crew. Life. Remember, vote.
Before I go, hold on. Before I go,
ahead.
There's a birthday shout out that I have to give.
Okay.
It is to the one, the only, and probably the sweetest thing on this earth. That's Miss Jalen Stewart, my baby. She's 12 today. I'm gonna send her this. Let her know. I may be far, but I'm never gone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Jalen.
Happy birthday, Jalen.
Baby girl, happy birthday.
94 feet of life, basketball for the people, by the people, happy hoops.